Good evening, team. My name is Drew McDermott, and I want to kick off this call by congratulating you for taking the time out of your evening to be intentional about your health. It really is wonderful to see so many people logging onto this call, and a very special welcome to you if this is your very first NeoLife webinar. And my wish for you this evening is that you leave this call with information that will add value and make a positive difference in your life. NeoLife is the world's leading whole food nutrition company, and we are on a mission to make the world a healthier and a happier place by ending the trend of chronic disease. And tonight our topic is healthy joints and strong bones. I know there's always a lot of pain and discomfort associated with this topic, so I'm going to get right into it and introduce our guest speaker who is with me tonight. And she is ready to go, Dr. Nambasi. She is a medical doctor who has witnessed the power of good nutrition and has a passion for sharing her knowledge with people like you and me in a way that is simple to understand and practical to implement into your life. So, Dr. Nambasi, welcome to the call, and thank you for joining us this evening.
Thank you, and good evening, everybody. I have entitled this topic as one of the ones that I do in my series called Connecting the Dots. And I've entitled it The Purpose of Pain. Society has come to accept that pain and restricted movement due to dysfunction of joints and muscles is part of the aging process. So I've entitled this talk The Purpose of Pain because I believe pain should be the reason to be motivated to change, to become more proactive, and to seek knowledge that is beneficial, not only to yourself as an individual, but also to your loved ones, and ultimately to society at large. At the beginning of 2017, this year, Mr. Roger Ace, President of Sales for NeoLife Africa, said, "This is the year to be empowered, and this will be the best year yet. Let's all pull together to identify societal problems and to show that NeoLife has solutions." I enjoy the education and healthy lifestyle that I continue to acquire in NeoLife. We shall look at pain, specifically of joints, also known as arthritis, which is translated to mean inflammation of joints. And I'll start with a few definitions so that a foundation is laid for the reason and rationale for solutions offered by NeoLife. Inflammation can be acute or, if sustained, chronic. It is the body's mechanism for healing and repair, and it depends on a robust immune response. In turn, the immune system depends on how well the supply of necessary ingredients is maintained, the quality of those ingredients, and the support systems in place to ensure that the environment within which the immune system operates is optimal. Acute inflammation is marked by pain, swelling, and changes in function and appearance of the inflamed area. It is often self-limiting if the cause of inflammation is removed. And if there is adequate supply of restorative nutrients, oxygen, and water. Rest is very important for the process of repair, after which return to normal function should happen as soon as practicable. If, however, the reasons for inflammation continue and even increase, then response by the immune system will shift to chronic inflammation. This can be in the form of scar tissue formation, as an example. I just want now to discuss some causes of joint pain. And as you relate to what I've just said, you'll see that the solutions will be self-evident. Causes of joint pain, they can be breakdown of cartilage, loss, by the way, cartilage is the cushion between bones of a joint. So naturally, if it breaks down, then the bones rub against each other, and that can be very painful. Secondly, loss or degeneration of bone or formation of excess bone in the wrong places. Thirdly, excess scar tissue formation. And 4, muscle imbalances resulting in increased wear and tear of joints. And an overarching reason being overweight or obese, resulting in excess pressure on joints. The above causes are processes that occur over a long time as a result of lifestyle issues, such as excessive or extreme exercise in the younger years in the face of poor nutrition, abnormalities of the body's acid-base balance, poor exercise habits. This might be too much or too little or even the wrong exercises. And then poor sleep and relaxation habits. So as you can relate, all these are what we see in day-to-day lifestyle. We shall now look at each possible cause and show the rationale behind solutions on offer by NeoLife. It is useful to understand, and I just want to reiterate this, that pain is a sign that something must be corrected. There has been a steep rise in the use of pain medications, whose purpose is to cover over the pain, but not necessarily deal with its cause. I need to point out that most pain medications are not without adverse effects, such as liver and kidney damage. Many also are habit-forming, causing dependency without solving the primary problem. Now let's look at breakdown of cartilage, and I'm just going to relate it to what you can use to solve that particular problem. Now, breakdown of cartilage, one of the most common reasons for cartilage to break down is dehydration. And this, I'm always reminded when I think of people running marathons, just to bring that up. If chronic, it also results in poor blood supply and therefore inadequate supply of nutrients. This is aggravated by the fact that our modern diets do not supply the nutrients that our bodies require and are instead composed of foods and beverages that lead to another imbalance, the tendency to acidity. And when you think about it, too many sugary drinks is what I'm referring to. If in addition, there is restricted joint movement due to a sedentary lifestyle as a result of the type of work one does, for example, sitting at an office desk or driving trucks or cars all day, or just anyone who is not inclined to move actively, then cartilage may break down due to disuse. Let's move to the next slide, yes. It is a rule, it's a rule of nature that what you don't use, you lose. So right now on the slide are some nutrients that can be used to nourish cartilage. And I just want to point out full motion, which is quite specific for cartilage and tendon nourishment and rebuilding and regeneration. NeoLife also has programs to encourage a culture of exercise, which we'll mention a bit later on, and also manage weight. However, overweight and obesity are major causes of cartilage to break down. It is estimated that for every kilo one is overweight, They might be up to 3 kilograms of compressive force on the cartilage and tendons, especially on weight-bearing joints. Then the next problem could be loss or degeneration of bone and excess bone formation. This occurs as a manifestation of imbalances in the diet, mainly. As mentioned above, dehydration and acid-base imbalance can result in abnormalities in bone metabolism. As an example, diets with inadequate amounts of green leafy vegetables, fruits, and other plant-based foods result in low levels of magnesium, resulting in abnormalities in bone metabolism. Excess bone formation can be seen on X-rays as bone spurs, or what otherwise is called in medical terms, osteophytes. Such diets are often also high in calories, but very low in nutrients. They also are highly inflammatory in nature due to the ingredients used, thus setting up a vicious cycle which manifests as overweight and obesity. Also, the body is unable to break down circulating stress hormones in that kind of situation, hormones such as cortisol and adrenaline, further aggravating stress caused by the modern lifestyle. So recirculation of stress hormones leads to the laying down of excess fat, particularly in the abdomen, and is a sign of chronic stress. Furthermore, poor sleep patterns compound the situation. And as you all can relate, it seems we get less and less sleep these days because of the very hectic lifestyles. All these lead to what we now call non-communicable diseases or diseases of lifestyle, and have resulted in many people using chronic medications to manage the conditions. The next challenge can be excess scar tissue formation as a reason for arthritis. Scar tissue forms in response to injury, however minor the injury is. The body responds by laying down fibrin to repair the injury. This process can continue unabated in situations where there is repeated trauma, such as work or exercise routines that cause repeated wear and tear. This could also lead to restricted movements of joints, leading to the cycle previously described, the vicious cycle of the joint is too painful, therefore it is not moved, and therefore it becomes disused, and then it degenerates. So if the body is unable to clear up scars as they form due to inadequate enzymes and hormones, then there will be a situation of chronic inflammation and restriction of joint function. The NeoLife solutions will give added bonuses, by the way. I just had to put this in. The NeoLife solutions will give added bonuses in that scar tissue in the circulatory system will also be taken care of, with the result that blood flow improves and blood pressure control is greatly enhanced. So I love the fact that in your life, instead of having adverse effects, you have additional benefits. And this is a case in point. The next one is muscle imbalances and weight loss or weight management. We all have muscle imbalances. I don't believe there is anybody who's absolutely perfect. It is therefore important to learn how to stretch and strengthen muscles and their tendons and ligaments. This is through specific exercise routines. And I had a few listed here, such as Pilates, yoga, karate, or suitable exercises. But I need to say that one should seek expert advice and treatments. There are chiropractors and physiotherapists and other experts who can advise you on appropriate exercises. It is crucial to get nutrients and also to ensure recovery of muscles and joints by adequate rest and relaxation. And as I mentioned, sleep is very important for healthy joints and bones. Right, so in summary, what we talked about was that for healthy joints, you need to make sure you are hydrating correctly. Why I thought of NeoLife tea is such a good drink. I enjoy it. It quenches thirst, but it also is full of antioxidants and it is not sugary. Okay, it can be drank hot or cold. Then you need adequate nutrients. We have a range of nutrition supplements that we've seen. You need to be exercising well, and that also will enhance weight management and stress management, and you need to sleep adequately. So if we can show you, we have programs that I talked about in NeoLife, which encourage and reward you for leading a healthy lifestyle. And the bonus is healthy bones and joints.
Fantastic. Thank you, Dr. Nambasi, for being with us tonight. And thank you for adding value to our NeoLife community. We so appreciate it. And as I mentioned at the beginning of the call, our mission is to end the trend of chronic disease. But we know that this is not something that we can do on our own. So we are building a community of like-minded people who have made the decision to become intentional about living a healthy, active lifestyle. And being a part of this community plugs you into resources and information that will empower you with the knowledge and the tools that will help you live and implement this lifestyle. We also have challenges that Dr. Nambasi just mentioned and fun events that support you and give you the motivation to not only make a lifestyle change, but to maintain that lifestyle change. And the NeoLife community has the opportunity to purchase the nutrition and all of our nutrition, actually, not only the nutrition that was spoken about tonight, at 20% discount. So I want to just thank you all for your time this evening. If you would like further information, or if you would like to become a part of this NeoLife community, please get in touch with the person who got you onto this call this evening, and we will notify you of the next webinar coming up, and I look forward to catching you online sometime soon. Ciao.